You're taking the medication, you're eating less than you ever have, and the scale hasn't moved in 3 weeks. Here's what I want you to understand. That is not a medication failure. That is your body sending you a signal. And if you know how to read it, the fix is usually faster than you think. I'm Philip Marks, head nurse practitioner at Regenics. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 most common biological reasons women stall on GLP-1s. Most of them have nothing to do with your dose. So stay with me because sign number 4 is the one almost nobody connects to weight loss. Sign number 1, you're accidentally starving your metabolism. This is the most common pattern we see. A woman starts Ozempic or Wegovy, and her appetite drops significantly. It feels like it's working, and it is. But here's the part that gets missed. When hunger disappears, protein intake usually drops with it. And protein isn't optional on GLP-1s. It's what helps your body preserve muscle while losing fat. When protein is too low, your body can start breaking down muscle tissue for energy. Less muscle means a slower metabolism, and a slower metabolism can contribute to weight loss stalls. So the medication may still be working, but your body is shifted into a preservation state. We see this constantly, and the fix isn't complicated. Most women need around 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. That's roughly 25 to 30 grams per meal. And if you're not tracking that right now, even loosely, this is the first place to look. Sign number 2, the scale is down, but your body composition is getting worse. This one is harder to spot because the number on the scale might still be dropping, but what you're losing isn't always all fat. Some of it may be muscle. Muscle is your metabolic engine. Women over 40 naturally lose muscle over time, even without calorie restriction. Now add a GLP-1, low protein, and no resistance training, and muscle loss can accelerate. The result is you may look and feel less toned, your energy drops, and eventually your fat loss slows too. This is why we focus on body composition, not just scale weight. The number is not the full picture. 2 women can lose the same 15 pounds and have completely different outcomes. Sign number 3, your blood sugar is still working against you. A lot of women assume that once they start a GLP-1, insulin resistance is completely handled. Not always. The medication can improve blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity, but it doesn't erase years of metabolic dysfunction overnight. That is especially true if you're still grazing throughout the day, eating mostly processed carbohydrates, or drinking calories. When blood sugar swings are still happening, even subtly, weight loss can become inconsistent. You may have good weeks followed by confusing flat weeks. The goal is to pair the GLP-1 with habits that support blood sugar stability. More protein at every meal, less processed food, and less liquid sugar. Those changes work with the medication instead of against it. Sign number 4, your cortisol may be working against your progress. This is the one most people never connect. You can eat well, you can exercise, you can be on the right dose, and you can still struggle to lose weight if chronic stress, poor sleep, or undereating are affecting your body. Cortisol is one of the primary stress hormones. It can rise from poor sleep, chronic stress, undereating, overtraining, and inflammation. When stress stays elevated, it may affect appetite, recovery, sleep, blood sugar, and where your body tends to store fat. This is why we hear so often, my arms and legs are getting thinner, but my stomach won't budge. It may not simply be a calorie problem. And the frustrating part is that trying harder can sometimes make things worse. More restriction, less recovery, and more intense exercise can place even more stress on the body. If this sounds familiar, it may be worth investigating. Sign number 5, your hormones changed, and nobody told you. This is where things become very specific for women in their 40s and 50s. Perimenopause doesn't just affect your cycle. It can change how your body responds to food, exercise, sleep, stress, and medication. Estrogen fluctuates, progesterone shifts, insulin sensitivity may change, and GLP-1 medications don't override every one of those changes. This helps explain why 2 women can be on the exact same medication at the exact same dose and have completely different results. One loses 35 pounds, one loses 4. The medication may not be the only difference. Their underlying hormonal and metabolic biology may be different. We run female hormone and metabolic testing on patients who aren't responding the way we expect because guessing doesn't work here. The data helps show us what may need to be addressed. If your GLP-1 results have slowed or stalled, You are not broken. You are not failing. Your body is giving you information. The women who get the best results on GLP-1s aren't just the ones on the right dose. They're the ones who understand what's happening underneath. Protein, muscle, blood sugar, stress, hormones. When all of these are addressed, the medication has a better chance of working the way it's intended to. At Regenics, we help women look deeper through blood work, hormone testing, metabolic panels, and personalized GLP-1 support. Because sometimes the issue isn't the medication, it's the underlying factor that hasn't been identified yet. If you want to understand what's actually happening in your body, click the link below. That's the best place to start. And if your weight loss has slowed down, watch this next, because one of the most common reasons women plateau on GLP-1s has nothing to do with the dose. I'll see you there.